goes to sea, and she'll come back with plenty gifts. This one gave me this, that one gave me this. My grandmother loves to dress. When you see her package, she likes to package her breast like a 20-year-old girl. She likes. Good day, viewers. You're welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Blessing Bosu. If you are seeing my face for the first time, you're welcome. And if you're my returning subscriber, thank you so much for staying tuned. If you want to join the family, please try as much as possible to subscribe, like, share, and please press onto the notification button so whenever I post a new video, you will be the first to see it. Thank you so much for always. I am grateful. And have you ever wondered why some people, when they get to the old age, they tend to stop doing what they used to do? Okay, let's say old age, as it is called. They are old. They are no longer as active as before. But you see some of them, they lost their memories. They become what they never thought that they will ever become in their life. They become feeble. They become, you tend to now start to give them more attention than usual. They forget things. In fact, they do not even remember any of their family members again. Some cannot even remember the name of their husband. Some cannot remember anything again. Now this will draw me to tell you a story. A story of my grandma. This is something that happened right in my presence. So I'd like to share it with you so that at least, who knows, somebody somewhere might learn from that story. So once upon a time, once upon a time, there lived a woman. Okay, my grandma. She left the village to my house, my father's house actually. So she came. The problem then was that she was ill, so she came for proper care. She was taken care of and she felt better. So she started staying with us from then on. My grandfather passed away a very long time ago. So she was just the only one in the village. So when she came, she lived with us for close to 3 years. This was somebody that was very active. When I say very active that if she's going out, or she does not even tell anybody before going out, she goes out and the next thing you see is people already calling my mom that your mother-in-law is in the market. And she'll be like, in the market. She's going to greet people in the market. We have church members in the market that she goes to see. And she'll come back with plenty gifts. This one gave me this, that one gave me this. My grandmother loves to dress. When you see her package, she likes to package her breast like a 20-year-old girl. She likes to dress like every other young lady. She believes she's young. So she stayed with us for close to 3 years. So one new year, she has been shouting, I want to go back to the village. I want to go back to my goats, my farm, my friends, my family members. Everyone has already missed. I've missed them too. I want to go back to the village. So that new year, my dad decided to say, okay, let's all travel home for the new year. So we started packing, we did everything, we traveled to the village. So when we got to the village, my grandmother was glowing with happiness. She was so happy that we do not even see her at home. When we got to the village, people started trooping in to see her. Everyone commenting, "Ah, you look beautiful, look at the way, look at this, look at that." So she was happy. She was giving people, when you come to see her, she will give you a gift like, thank you for coming. So we got to the village on the 29th. On 30, she walked round. In fact, they did one, I think, group of women. According to the explanation, they said, they call them Jeje also, that these are the people that they are the born daughters of the land, and they also got married to men in the land. So they gather themselves, they would dance around from one house to the other. They would go to all their families to one house to the other. They would give them money. So when she came back, she was explaining to us, we were asking them, how we saw her dancing with them. She now said that she cannot miss this kind of festival. That do we know that as old as she is, she's still one of the youngest there. That they will gather all the money that they've made under their going around, that their oldest ones will now tell them that half of the money are flew away. That will be remaining just few, that few that it will remain just little amount of money, just the little amount of money that the young ones would share. She now said, look at this money, this was I think 1.5 or so. This is our own share out of the money. So we were all laughing. On the 31st, which was supposed to be Eve to New Year, we dressed up to go to the church. We got to the church. My grandma is not just going to the church. She was not just entering into a service. In fact, before she died, she was baptized at my place, at my church, before we went to the village. So when we got to the church that night, we got to the church very late at night. The pastor was already preaching, which means that we have to sneak in so that we will not distract the congregation and also the pastor. So we snuck into the church. Only my grandmother majestically walked into the church, and she did not just walk into the church. She started greeting each and every member of the church in a very loud voice. She was exchanging pleasantries in her loudest voice. That was when my mom and I had to call my mom's attention. I said something is wrong. I said grandma is not just entering the church, and she knows the setting of the church. So why should she disrupt the service? So my mom called my dad's attention. My dad said that maybe because it's been long she saw them. Oh, stop it. It's been long that she saw them. So we sat down. We got home on the 31st. Then on the 1st of January that year, we were all dressing up to go to the church. Now remember I said it before that my grandma loves to package. She will pack her breast like a 20-year-old. Now this same woman that I just talked about, how she loved packaging herself, came out of the bedroom wearing a beautiful lace without wearing anything inside. Like she just wore the lace first, then she tied her wrapper. She now held her gele in her hand. My mom now said, why did you dress like this? Now all your inner wears and all that. She now said, inner wear. Inner wear. That was when we knew that something was actually wrong. So she sent her back inside. Go inside back now and dress properly. She came back. They tied her gele for her. When we got to the church, she did the same thing that she did that night. She did it again during the service that morning. So when we got home, that said we should put special attention on to know what exactly is going on. So we said, okay, we started putting attention on her. In the evening, my dad said we should not allow her go out again. That enough of things. So we did not allow her go out again. But when she was going out the next time, we didn't know she was going out. We started looking for her. Where is she? Where is grandma? Where is she? Where is that one? She came back very late at night. She came back, she didn't talk to anybody. She just went straight to her room. The next morning, I think on 2nd, breaking 3rd, we were supposed to leave on the 5th. So on 2nd, breaking 3rd, she woke up in the midnight. I was sleeping in the sitting room. She woke up in the midnight, she started shouting. She wanted to ease herself. Our bedroom was closely directed to the toilet. She said she wanted to ease herself. Grandma, toilet is beside your bedroom. She She said she wanted to ease the. I now called my dad. My dad now called the sisters. What is happening? She said, don't talk to her anyhow. She's not a child. She wanted to ease herself, and that's. So they carried her. They practically dragged her to the toilet. After easing herself, she went back to sleep. That was when we knew that something was wrong. And on the 3rd of that new year, she had already forgotten parts of her memory. She was no longer remembering her children. She was no longer remembering so many parts of her life. So they took her to the hospital. They said it was her BP that had risen so much. BP had risen so much. And that was the end. She lost everything. She lost everything that there was no way we could bring back the old vibrant grandma of mine. So when we were leaving for the city, we had to leave her with our female children in the village to take care of, because it was more like, what happened? Within 5 days, everything changed. Within 5 days, everything that we expected to happen didn't happen. You know the most funniest part of all these things? She actually said she was not following us back to our base again before that. She wanted to follow my uncle and his wife to the city, to Lagos. That didn't happen. In fact, that could not happen. That was how, before you talk to her, you have to describe yourself. I am to her, and she would just be looking at you. Now, what do you think caused this thing? Recently, I stumbled on something called dementia. Dementia is a condition characterized by progressive or persistent loss of intellectual functioning, especially with impairment of memory and abstract thinking, and often with personality change resulting from organic disease of the brain. My exposure to dementia brought back the memory of my grandma, which is actually why I'm doing this video. It's brought back something that I actually thought then that it was spiritual attack. Yes, I know that I was not the only one that was thinking so. We felt it is not normal. We came back from the city. She was very fine. All of a sudden, now, it is now my exposure to dementia that made me know that dementia can happen at any time, especially to older people from age 60. It starts from age 60. Now, it is possible that you have the symptoms right from your younger age, but nobody is putting attention to it. Nobody is putting attention to it. There are symptoms of it at early stage in life, but it comes up at 60 and above. It is caused by changes in the brain, including abnormal buildups of protein known as amyloid plaques and tau tangles. Now, how do you know that you have dementia? Memory loss that disrupts daily life. When you have memory loss that disrupts your daily life, means that you're already having the symptoms of dementia. It starts at mid-60s or later. Sometimes when we see people suffering, from dementia, we think that it is spiritual attack. We think that it is from people that hate us, village people. We think it is village people. Well, it is a sickness. It is a sickness. It is something that most old people experience. Now, how do we help them? What are the things to do to help them? Let them stay with their loved ones. They should be properly cared for. They do not understand what is wrong with them too. We should feed them and tolerate them because they do not know what is wrong with them. We should tolerate them. We should let them know that, okay, they've cared for us while we were younger. It is now time to also care for them now that they are older. Somebody should always be close to them. Somebody should always be close to them to give them attention so that whenever they need it, somebody is there at their beck and call. Do you have somebody with dementia? If you do have, please let us love them. Let us care for them. Let us feed them well. Let us tolerate them. It is not easy on them too. And in concluding my grandma's story, few years after that, because we were able to manage it for I think 7 or 8 years, we were able to manage it until she passed away. May her soul continue to rest in peace. Amen. If you are just seeing my face for the first time once again, please like, share, subscribe, and show me love by pressing the notification button so that whenever I post a new video, you'll be the first to see it. To my amazing family, always thank you so much. I hope that you have learned from this video as usual. I'll catch up with you again next time. Bye.